All right, buckle up, buttercups, because Taylor Swift just did what Taylor Swift does best. Turn a private moment into a carefully curated public spectacle while simultaneously telling us it's totally private. I mean, the audacity, the range, the sheer Swiftian energy of it all. So here's the tea that's hotter than a freshly brewed Starbucks order at 6 a.m. on a Monday morning. Taylor sat down with Ryan Seacrest, basically the human equivalent of comfort food radio, and decided to spill some beans about her engagement to Travis Kelce, while also insisting that she's not spilling beans. It's like watching someone eat the last slice of pizza while telling you they're totally not hungry. And honestly, we're here for the chaos. Before we dive into this beautiful mess of celebrity contradictions, do me a solid and smash that subscribe button like it owes you money. Hit that notification bell too, because trust me, you're going to want front row seats to all the drama we're serving up on Celebrity Treadmill. Your future self will thank you. Now, let's get back to Swells or Kelswift or whatever mashup name the internet is forcing down our throats this week. So picture this. It's October 7th, a regular Tuesday for U.S. peasants, but for Taylor Swift, it's time to grace Ryan Seacrest's show and talk about her new album, The Life of Showgirl. Already, can we just appreciate that title? The Life of a Showgirl? Ma'am, you're dating an NFL tight end who hawks cereal commercials and makes friendship bracelets with 60,000 screaming fans. You're not exactly living in a Vegas showroom circa 1962, but okay, we'll allow the artistic license. Anyway, Taylor's on the show, probably looking like she just stepped out of cottagecore Pinterest board, and Ryan asks her about the engagement. You know, the engagement that literally the entire world knows about, because they announced it on Instagram in August with professional photos that probably cost more than most people's weddings. But here's where it gets juicy. Taylor, with the straightest face possible, tells Ryan at the actual moment of proposal, that exact second when Travis got down on one knee in what she described to Jimmy Fallon as a secret garden. Because apparently everything in Taylor's life sounds like a chapter from a Victorian novel. That moment is going to stay private. Her exact words? That moment in particular is one that's always just going to be ours. Girl, you posted pictures on Instagram. You called it a secret garden on national television. You're talking about it right now on one of the most listened to radio shows in America. This is like claiming you're on a secret diet while posting food pics on every social media platform known to humanity. Now hold up, because it gets better. Or weirder. Honestly, with celebrities, it's basically the same thing. Taylor goes on to explain that she has to figure out ways to keep things just between her and Travis. And thankfully, they do have a lot of those private things. Which, okay, fair enough. I mean, when you're dating someone whose job involves getting tackled by men the size of refrigerators while 90,000 people watch, and your job involves singing about your exes to sold-out stadiums, privacy probably feels like trying to find a unicorn in a Walmart parking lot. It's technically possible, but highly unlikely. But wait, there's more. Because Taylor couldn't just leave it there. No. She had to add that she and Travis are happy to share their obvious joy with their fans. She literally said she gets so excited that she wants to talk about it for like an hour, but won't because she won't stop talking if she starts. So let me get this straight. You want to keep it private, but you also want to share your joy. But you can't talk about it too much. But you're literally talking about it right now. This is a relationship equivalent of those people who post, "I'm done with drama," on Facebook while actively starting drama. The call is coming from inside the house. Taylor, here's where the plot thickens like grandma's gravy at Thanksgiving. Taylor mentions that the engagement was a secret for about 2 weeks after the proposal. 2 weeks. In Hollywood time, that's like a geological era. That's basically an eternity when you consider that most celebrity secrets last about as long as ice cream on a hot sidewalk. So they managed to keep it under wraps for 14 whole days, which honestly is impressive considering Travis Kelce is about as subtle as a fireworks display at a library. This is a man who celebrated touchdowns like he just won the lottery and discovered pizza on the same day. Keeping that guy quiet about proposing to the biggest pop star on the planet? That deserves some kind of award. And can we talk about the Instagram announcement for a second? Because this is where the whole keeping it private narrative really starts to unravel faster than a cheap sweater. They posted on August 26th with the caption, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married," which, okay, that's actually pretty cute. It's giving millennial humor meets high school nostalgia. The photos showed Travis's backyard proposal setup, and Taylor later described it to Jimmy Fallon as a secret garden situation. So we got professional photos, multiple TV appearances discussing said photos, an Instagram post that probably broke the internet harder than Kim Kardashian's champagne glass. But sure, Jan, it's totally private. Taylor also dropped this gem during the interview. She said that even though they share so much of their relationship, the proposal moment will always be hers. She'll have it forever, which is actually kind of sweet when you strip away all the contradiction lasagna we're dealing with here. Like, I get it. In a world where everything is content and every moment is potentially monetizable, wanting to keep something sacred makes sense. It's just hilarious that she's keeping it sacred by talking about how she's keeping it sacred on multiple media platforms. It's like those people who go on vacation and post about digital detoxing while literally posting about digital detoxing. Now, let's shift gears for a second and talk about what happened after this radio interview. Because Taylor Swift doesn't just drop engagement tea and then disappear into the night like a normal person. Oh no, she was spotted out in New York City at a place called the 86, looking like she robbed a very expensive prep school. We're talking a Mio Mio pleated tartan miniskirt that probably cost more than my car, a black turtleneck, because she's nothing if not committed to the aesthetic, and a Dior Montaigne Avenue top handle bag that I couldn't afford even if I sold all my organs on the black market. This was her first public appearance since dropping her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, and she decided to celebrate by dressing like Money and Secrets had a baby. But here's what's really cooking in this whole situation. Is Travis actually mad? The title of this video suggests he might be peeved about Taylor spilling the engagement secrets. But here's the thing about Travis Kelce. This man dated Taylor Swift through an entire Eras tour, showed up to stadiums wearing friendship bracelets, let her write songs that will inevitably be dissected by millions of people, and propose a way that he probably knew would eventually become public knowledge. This isn't some shy, retiring wallflower who values privacy above all else. This is a guy who celebrates first downs like he just discovered fire. So is he mad? Probably not. Is he maybe slightly exasperated by the public-private paradox they're living in? Possibly. Is this whole thing just another chapter in the never-ending saga of celebrity relationships that we're all weirdly invested in? Absolutely. Let's be real for a second, though. Beyond the snark and the sass, there's something kind of relatable about what Taylor's trying to do here. She's attempting to have her cake, and eat it too, which is basically the human condition summed up in one idiom. She wants the support and excitement from fans, but she also wants to protect the genuine moments that make a relationship real. It's the same struggle anyone in the public eye faces, just amplified by about 1 million, because she's Taylor freaking Swift. Every relationship she's had has been picked apart, analyzed, turned into think pieces, and eventually immortalized in Grammy-winning albums. So yeah, maybe she's a little contradictory about what's private and what's public, but honestly, in her shoes, wouldn't you be confused too? The engagement itself sounds like it was straight out of a romance novel, which tracks for someone whose entire career has been built on turning relationships into narrative gold. A secret garden proposal in Travis's backyard, presumably with more flowers than a funeral home and more romance than a Hallmark movie marathon. You can practically hear the acoustic guitar strumming in the background. And the fact that they kept it secret for 2 weeks before announcing it shows that they at least try to have that moment for themselves before feeding it to the content machine that is modern celebrity culture. What's fascinating about this whole thing is how it reflects our current relationship with privacy in the social media age. We're all doing a version of what Taylor's doing, just on a much smaller scale. We post carefully curated versions of our lives online, while insisting we're keeping things real. We share our big moments, but try to hold back just enough to feel like we have some mystery left. We want connection and validation from our online communities, but we also want to feel like we have secrets, like we have depths that can't be captured in an Instagram post. Taylor's just doing it with better lighting and a significantly larger audience. And let's not forget the album timing here. The Life of a Showgirl drops, and suddenly Taylor's doing the press rounds talking about her engagement and her need for privacy. It's almost like these things are coordinated. Almost like there's a whole team of people whose job is to figure out exactly what to reveal and when to reveal it to maximize interest and engagement. Which, fine, that's how the industry works. But it does make the whole keeping things private narrative a little harder to swallow when it's clearly part of a larger promotional strategy. Thanks for watching, and remember, here at Celebrity Treadmill, we keep running through the drama so you don't have to. Catch you in the next one.